good evening. You're very welcome back to today's lesson. Thank you for joining me yesterday and for all the kind comments and likes and shares that were given out. And really looking forward to teaching you this technique now today, because I did mention about using the hand at the back of the Bodhran. But let's go back and recap what we covered yesterday before we start. So covered the Bodhran stick and holding the Bodhran stick. Remember to hold it like a pen starting off, and then bring it 3/4 the way down, turn it in towards the body, and then just leaving it rest in between your second finger. And that is how you hold the Bodhran. A lot of people say that Bodhran comes from the wrist plane. In fact, you're more twisting your arm from side to side, see? And then the wrist kind of comes in an emotionally, kind of rotary kind of emotion. But mainly your beat is going to be coming from your elbow up to your wrist and into your hand. Now, yesterday we talked about holding the back of the Bodhran and just in a basic beat, to get the feel of the Bodhran stick in your hand. But we're going to change it slightly now today. We're going to dampen the skin ever so slightly by using your left or right hand, depending on what way you're playing. I'm going to be using my left hand. I'm going to rest it just on the inside of the skin like so. Not too much pressure, just nice and light. And then let's see what happens. So let's do the same beat again. You can see that it's changed. It's really dumbed it down, or dampened it down even. So even if I move my hand down even further down the skin, you get a different tone. And move it all the way up to the top then. And then listen to the tone now. So you can change the tones within the Bodhran depending on where your hand is positioned on the skin on the back. It's a great way when you're playing tunes, especially because you can change the note to the key or the tone to the key of the tunes that are actually being played. It makes for much more nicer Bodhran playing when it comes to tunes itself. So that's something to consider. So with your hand, and you can change the way you actually hold it. So I was there using the flat of my hands, and this time I'm going to actually cup my hand over, and let's have a listen to see how this sounds. Fairly similar to the last time, you know, it hasn't really changed that much. But if you really like to have some fun, just literally using one end of the stick, just keep tapping. And you hear the tone changing all the way down. Now what I just done there, I started all the way from the top and I just ran my hand all the way down the Bodhran. That is a really nice way to get into tune. So let's progress a little bit on that beat too today, using the hand cupped at the back, nice and lightly, at the back of the Bodhran. So this time we're going to go. So literally what I'm doing there is I'm hitting once and then I'm flicking up. So nice and handy, you know, just take your time when you're going through this beat. Again, if you want to slow it back down and then bring it up again, that is perfectly fine. So that is a very nice basic beat. And as we go through the lessons, I must add as well, what we will get out of this altogether is we'll get jig timing, reel timing, and polka timing. We'll go with those three main types of rhythms that will be used. And of course, I'll introduce a little bit of music later on in it. So I'd like to say thank you for tuning in for today, and I will be back tomorrow with another lesson. So I'm going to leave you with this. So